So there you go, exciting times had by all at Parkville Receptions there on Friday night, and of course a very big game at Wembley Park on Sunday, and that was the State of Origin game between the Victorians, the Big White V, and the Mongrel Crow Eaters from South Australia. Gentlemen, any thoughts on that game before we lead into the footage of the big clash? I mean, there's a fairly historic rivalry built up for the George Wallace Trophy, particularly after that rather galling defeat 4-0 against the South Australians over in Port Perry a couple of years ago. The dirty mongrels absolutely shafted us that day.
Well, it's good to see you haven't got any bias against the South Australian Gregs.
Look, if you can't have a bit of old-fashioned parochialism, you might as well give it away.
Well, I think that's what's required for this series. There is some parochialism, and it's 2 years since the trophy was played for, I think, and it's about time we got this back off the ground again and it made it a regular match.
Well, there's about the two coaches on Sunday with that Ian Dobson, the coach of the Victorian team. A team thrown together, Greg, by the way, at late notice because of some players have moved on to the National League. And the South Australians coached by that man, Zoran Matic, who had so many great years at Adelaide City. So the two coaches planning and plotting against each other, all made ready for a great game on Sunday.
And of course, South Australians, Paul, as you would well know, covering the National League or the A-League, have got quite a history of success in domestic soccer, so it's not Victoria.
I've got some great players over there in State League level as well as the National League level, of course, but the side is mainly made up of State League players, which will give our boys a chance, and it should be an even match because that's the sort of side that we're putting out as well. There's no National League players involved in this match.
John stuck his little pinky up, which means he wants to say something.
Well, just to explain to the viewers that this is the first leg of two legs, and the second leg will be played on October the 22nd in South Australia at Elizabeth.
OK, George Wallace Trophy, State of Origin football, Wembley Park, Vics against South Australia. Let's see the way it happened.
Well, here we are in the opposition room, South Australian team, and as you can see, Lotto's the sponsor, same as myself, so I've got a bit of tendency to lean towards the South Australians today. But have a look at this fine body of young men here, representing the South Australian team, and I've got my money on the South Australian team, by the way, because I like them. As you know, I don't like Ian Dobson, the coach of Victoria, because he never speaks to me. But if you just want to pan over here, and they were a very serious face, one of the most famous faces in Australian soccer, and that's Zoran Matic. He's very serious. And so am I. Lotto sponsor, I'm going for the South Australians, but just keep that secret. Zoran, good luck today. Do you think you'll get the victory?
Well, I wouldn't know the strength of Victorian side. I mean, our players have finished, most of them playing 6 and 7 weeks ago, and it's not going to be easy. We had them for 2 weeks, and we tried to do the best what we could have in 2 weeks' time. They're not the best physical condition, but we'll see. If the opposition allows, we'll try to get on top of them.
Well, you've had it straight from the coach's mouth. OK, lads, just wait you listen up. Jerry McAleer, I want you playing up front. I don't want any mucking about today. I want 3 goals at you because you're worth that. George Figos, you had a lazy game in the finals, but I want you playing for Victoria today. Don't muck around.
Excuse me. Hey,
hello.
What's going on? I'm Ian Dobson. I'm the coach of Victoria. If you take your microphone, go elsewhere. We're trying to get some organisation work here. Not your Mickey Mouse stuff. Off you go.
Double serious. Watch out for the big game, lads. And here we are at Wembley Park in Box Hill for the South Australian Victoria clash. And this is the first leg, the second leg to be played October the 22nd. And the teams are going through the official introductions now. So Michael Zapponi will give us the teams for today, Michael.
Thank you very much, Shocker, and a terrific day out here at Wembley Park. We'll start with the home side, Victoria. Robert Bryan, number 2, Henry Velkovsky. Number 3, John Dimitrellis. Number 4, Robert Runye. The captain for today is number 5, Dean Fack. Number 6, Tom Markowski. Number 7, Nick Van Egmond. Number 8, Chris Mshovsky. Number 9, Jerry McAleer. Number 10, Nick Radecki. And number 11, Sava Rusmir. On the bench for the Vics is number 12, Reno Minichello. Number 13, Daniel Genovese. Number 15, Zlato Mihailovic. Number 16, Robert Liberotti. Number 14, George Svigos. And number 18, Dragan Arlikia. For South Australia, number 1, the goalkeeper, Andrew Allen. Number 2, Scott Rishka. Number 3, Donato De Izio. Number 5, Paul Higgins. Number 6, Corey Artoni. Number 7, Juan Rodriguez. Number 8, Eddie Briscoe. Number 9, Zoran Karadzic. Number 10, Steve Makulich. Number 11, Paul Simmons. And number 17, Michael Brooks. On the bench, number 4, Shane Foley. 12, Mario Rostiano. Number 14, Paul Capozzato. Number 16, Tony Scalzi. And their reserve goalkeeper is number 20, Fraser McLean.
Here he is again, the little Paul Higgins to Karesdik. Foul there by Dean Flack. He's had a great season too for, quickly taken there. Higgins.
And it's a goal.
Right in there. Briscoe again, and he's been involved in everything on this near side here, the grandstand side, Eddie Briscoe. And he gets in there right behind the defence to slot home past Robert Bryan and the Vic goal.
One or two things there, Shock, I thought that brought about that goal. Henry Valkovsky was the man in the front position. Now, either there wasn't enough talking in the box and Valkovsky hesitated and he thought he had all the time in the world, and Briscoe's come in and just slammed it away for an easy goal in the end for the South Australians. South Australia 1, lead Victoria 0. As Tom Markowski tries to conjure something up for the Vics as he switches it over to that left-hand side. Ball played for Rusmir. Rusmir with some pace. Closely followed by his fellow in number 11. Rusmir again with the ball. Well worked by Rusmir. Gets the cross in, but really to no avail because it was too close to...
Just lacked a bit of support there, Michael. He only had John Dimitrelis there. He had no left-hand sided midfielder coming across at all.
Yeah, no one to help him out on that far side. Nick Radecki was in the middle. So we've played half an hour now in the State of Origin game this afternoon. Victoria 1. Or Victoria 0, trailing South Australia 1. I think we wish it was Victoria 1, South Australia 0, Shocker, but that's not the story.
Now they need to penetrate this defence. They're having a holiday. Not only having a trip, that's a better, but no avail there.
Numbers back. Corner in for the Vics. And a header.
Tom Markowski just glanced off his head there. He's coming nearest to scoring. There's Big Tom, and he's come all the way for the defence.
Yeah, good move by Markowski. He came in, and he's not the man that you usually put your money on to score the first goal of a game.
It'll be interesting to see just at half-time if they do bring on a couple of small men to try and open up that South Australian defence, because it's like a bank at the moment, getting nothing out of it.
Here are the Reds again through Simmons. Simmons looking for a cross inside, but good pressure there by Dean Fack. And it's Victoria again through Markowski. Plays it high. Good flick on by Chris Mshovsky. Nice ball again for the Vics by Nick Van Egmond. Chance for Jerry McAleer with the volley. Oh, it's at the post.
The big fellas haven't got pace, and they just need that link up there. And Van Egmond had the link, and they got the through ball. So we can look for more of that.
Here's Mshovsky switching play. That far side.
It's a good switch.
The ball comes in for Radecki. Radecki was left in the wake of the South Australian defence, but here's a chance for the Vics now through Rusmir. Rusmir gets around to Rusmir with a shot on goal!
Oh, what a fantastic goal! He round three men and cracked it in there.
You won't see a better goal. Great work by the Port Melbourne Sharks midfielder. Victoria 1, South Australia 1.
What a fantastic goal by Sava Rusmir. And as we were saying before, we need a small man to take these big fellas on at the back. And that's where the links came up. Rusmir took it off on his own back to see where I'm going at these guys on the ground. And, Speed's actually caught Brooks and Delosa out for the first time.